In order to be eligible for a green card, you must have legally entered the U.S. If your sponsor is a U.S. citizen and you have overstayed your visa, it is still possible to obtain a green card. If you have overstayed your visa and your sponsor is a green card holder, you will need to return to your home country. You will then be barred from re-entry to the U.S. for a period of time. The amount of time will depend upon your circumstances. Once you have married a U.S. citizen or green card holder, your spouse can sponsor you. Once the application is made, you will be fingerprinted. A background check will be performed, including a search for criminal convictions. If your sponsor is a U.S. citizen, a Social Security number and work permit will be issued. The next step in the process is the interview. The purpose of the interview is to determine whether the marriage is a real marriage and not one entered into solely for the purpose of getting a green card. See our video on the green card interview for more information concerning what to expect at the interview. If the immigration officer is not convinced that the marriage is a legitimate marriage, a second, more detailed interview, known as a Stokes interview, will be scheduled. For more information on the Stokes interview, see our video on the subject. If the immigration officer is convinced that you have a legitimate marriage, a green card will be issued. If you have been married for less than 2 years, a temporary green card will be issued. The temporary green card will be good for 2 years. 90 days before the expiration of the 2-year period, you and your spouse can make an application to have your temporary green card turn into a permanent green card. At that time, a second interview may be required. This process is known as removal of conditions. If your spouse refuses to cooperate with the removal of conditions, there may be a way for you to proceed without your spouse. In order to do this, you will need to show that you have been physically abused by your spouse. For more information on this, see our video on the subject. This has been a brief introduction to the subject. For more information, call for a free consultation.